Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have why this might be the most disrespected job on Earth, planet human, and other species. I don't know, man. A zookeeper? Nobody respects a zookeeper. Have you ever met a zookeeper? Ever? Like somebody who actually like, yeah, I work in a zoo and I work with the animals in a zoo. Have you ever?
I went to the zoo.
No, I'm talking about just your everyday life.
Probably not. Not that I can recall.
I met one person one time. I said, "Oh, you work at the zoo?" Yeah. I said, "Oh, the zoo." Yeah. I said, "Oh, you got the khakis on." Right there, I said, "Yeah, we got no respect for."
I do. I've never like.
No, it was when I worked at Enterprise.
Oh.
You meet all types of people fucking there.
Oh yeah, I mean I got.
You meet drug dealers. You meet hookers.
Unless you got respect for me, but yeah.
you meet all type of people come in. Everybody got to rent a car one day in their life.
Yeah.
So you meet all type of walks of the earth. So,
true.
Hey man, with that being said, especially if you're in an accident, you have an accident, your car gone, you need to rent a car.
True.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I met one zookeeper, white dude. He was cool though.
Like he wasn't supposed to be.
No, I'm just saying he was a cool dude. Yeah. I still remember it.
Yeah.
But he like literally what you would think of an idea of what a zookeeper is. I was like, after you examine him, like I can see it though. Man. What? You hear my stomach?
That's mine.
No, that was mine.
That was mine. I felt it.
I felt it too.
Hey,
it's early. It's early, y'all. So we out here struggling right now, man.
Fight for my life.
But hey, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
It's down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoy today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
But it gotta be a zookeeper though. Cause like people don't, the average person probably don't respect you as much, and the animals most definitely don't respect you to get on their bad side. Especially the gorillas, they can just boom, you gone. But let's go. Let's get into it, y'all.
So there's a lot of talk about men.
Did you see the hair toss?
See, I'm trying to not make my stomach be growling.
Proceed. I don't know, Jeff. Just watch.
I seen it.
So there's a lot of talk about man versus bear. Would you choose the man? Would you choose the bear? How about we talk about that time women chose gorillas? This is Shibani. Shibani is a 27-year-old living in the Hiyashiyama Zoo in Nagoya, Japan, where his face card went viral and caused a direct increase in the number of female visitors. Call him George the way he had these women curious. Last name Clooney, because that's the main guy they compared him to. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, Shibani's also a 400+ pound primate with a perpetual pump. Not only that, he's a loyal husband with 2 wives and children. That's a family man being lusted after.
So, okay.
2 wives.
You heard.
2 wives. Oh, he a player
pimp.
Yeah,
2 wives.
He must be Muslim.
He must be what?
Muslim. Multiple wives.
That really good.
For real.
Some of the words used to describe him were punky, heartthrob, metrosexual, spornosexual. I didn't even know what that meant. One article even asked, quote, "Would you go for a romp in the jungle with Shibani?" Huh? A sinful liaison, that's harambe. Had women hot and bothered, that's femme flambe. Call him Susan B. Anthony the way he had women showing up to the poll. Just kidding, real ones know gorillas ain't packing anything but a room. But yeah, Shibani's looks transcended the laws of nature, and if I had a nickel for every time a woman's feelings towards a gorilla made headlines, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is too many more than I should have. One woman was a frequent visitor at the Dichar de Blijdorp Zoo in the Netherlands, and her favorite was a silverback named Bakido. Up to 4 times a week, she'd find him, make direct eye contact, and smile. I'm not even gonna explain how much of a gorilla middle finger that is. Keepers tried to warn her, but she didn't listen. Her and Bakido, they had a connection. Oh, they connected all right.
Gotta go get that plaque out the teeth, my guy. You get more bitches that way. Oh, the ladies don't like this. It's called halitosis.
Oh my god! Shut up.
Check the bottles. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they get the bottles real good. Or chew on some bamboo. Yeah.
One day she smiled again and called him constipated because Paquito was not letting that shit slide. Paquito broke out and would proceed to put the beats on her like Afro music. And he jumped over a water filled.
What? See? Why you keep tapping on me?
I'm saying. Oh, nothing.
No, what you? No.
No, I said no. He did. I said he broke out. I said you hear him? You didn't hear it? Are you listening?
Headphones.
Okay, baby.
I heard like you hear. We both human.
Oh, they connected all right. One day she smiled again and called him constipated because Paquito was not letting that shit slide. Paquito broke out and would proceed to put the beats on her like Afro music. And he jumped over a water-filled ditch to do it. Gorillas hate water. Keto was fed up. He was calmly escorted back home where he lived well for another 16 years until he passed away in April of 2023. His get back on his biggest fan / op was immortalized as a word of the year. And the woman, who I originally felt bad for, apparently didn't get hit hard enough. So if y'all that don't know, my first aspiration in life was to be a zookeeper. I even had a state-of-the-art custom virtual simulator to prepare. Yeah, that dream flatlined pretty quick. For reasons. But this video is going to be about probably what.
Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's true. They don't make a lot of money. Zookeepers. It's not. Cause that's one thing he had told me. He was like, they don't get paid enough for what they have to go through.
Yeah.
What my life would look like as a zookeeper. The weird stories, the dirty secrets, and the random trivia the average person would probably know nothing about. Like, what is the most dangerous animal in the zoo? Like, actually, the answer just might surprise you. Actually, probably not. Born Free USA has a database where you can look up incidents involving exotic animals in America, and if you search up animal attacks by any species in any state in an AZA accredited zoo, you'll see that the #1 culprit are big cats. Because out of 101 recorded injuries, they caused 46 or 38%. Elephants were second at just over 17%, but if Paquito proved anything, it's that a lot of them had it coming, which is probably why primates earned bronze in brutality at 14%. Reptiles like Komodo dragons and bears like pandas got just over 4% each. 9% were marine attacks by animals like orcas, dolphins, and stingrays, and the remaining 13% were just other. Other being something like a kid falling into a rhino enclosure or a woman climbing into a giraffe pen and nearly getting kicked off the census. Now, take it with a grain of salt, because I thought for sure zebras would be up there, but they weren't even on the list. And I know for a fact at least a couple should. But these are attacks. I want to know what zoobie's most likely to put a halo on my head. Well, in the same database, if you looked at every time a person got put on a shirt at a zoo, accredited or not, big cats did it over 40% of the time, with elephants at a hair under 30, and surprisingly, bears barely even scratched at less than 9%. But here's the thing, if you look at non-accredited zoos, the big cat number grows to 47%, with bears and elephants at 16 apiece. And lastly, in accredited zoos, elephants actually took the lead at 47%, big cats were the suspect 33% of the time, and bears weren't even on the board. So if you're a zoo...
So what the hell Joe Exotic ass used to be trying to preach? You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I was saying, but what he used to...
He said, the big cats, they ain't gonna... You know, they all about the big cats and all this. Them motherfucker dangerous.
I mean, all of them are.
Humans are too, huh?
Yeah.
Every creature walking this earth is a little dangerous to somebody. Something.
In some form.
Yeah. But now, Joe's, I'm the Tiger King. Joe, what you the king of now? Oh, man. Do y'all still say Free Joe? For those who know, do y'all say Free Joe? And supposedly the woman supposedly had fed her husband to the tigers. Supposedly he been in one of these islands, these Caribbean islands, this whole time, but nobody knew. And then he popped out. You know.
So y'all put that on.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show.
What's her name? Was it Karen Bass?
Yeah, Carol Bass. Carol Bass.
Carol Baskin.
I think it's Carol Baskin.
Oh, Carol.
Is it Carol?
Maybe Carol.
Fatter husband. It's Carol.
Hold on. Baskin.
Yes, Carol Baskin.
Baskin, yeah.
Fatter husband to the.
Yeah.
But supposedly
Where you heard that at?
he's not listed as deceased or anything.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't list him as deceased anyway because they never found. He probably still alive.
He's supposedly still alive though.
But that's what I'm saying. Where did you see or hear that at?
I said it's just on the internet.
Oh,
I said literally on the internet. I just came across it and they literally said he was still alive. I don't know. It was some years ago. I didn't hit save for a later date.
Ooh, my bad.
But I'm saying, but I did hear the other dude. He went. I think he got in trouble. No, there was another dude on there.
Joe Friend.
But he was in like a whole nother state.
Oh, was it Joe Friend or was it Carol Friend?
I think it was Carol Friend. Wasn't he in like North Carolina or something?
I can't remember. It's been a while.
And all y'all beefing over these tigers. And Joe tried to put a hit out on her. Have her gone. Did we say free Joe still? You think it was too harsh on Joe?
Oh, no.
Well, nah, Joe would have had her gone if it...
The plan went.
Nah, Joe, you gotta go do that time, my boy.
Yeah.
Zookeeper at a zoo that actually has its stuff together, statistically, if there's any animal that erases you, it's gonna be an elephant. And if the zoo's suspect, best believe a big cat might be your downfall. But
how you get your head in the hole?
Baby, you got that good grip.
Oh!
Baby, you got a strong grip.
Just think. You know how when you be pushing and you gotta clamp them turd. Just imagine.
Oh. Like,
he'll never be the same.
Did
bro.
you take it back?
Nah, I'm not taking it back.
I was just trying.
You know what that reminds me of? Ace Ventura. When Jim Carrey was in the rhino, in the butt of the rhino, he was trying to get his, because he had been in the inside of the rhino. He was trying to get out. You remember?
I just said that. I guess I don't remember.
He didn't watch Ace Ventura. Oh, that was my mama movie back in the day.
I said I don't remember don't mean I ain't watching.
That was my mama movie back in the day. We used to have to watch that all the time.
Well, of course you will remember if you was forced to watch something.
Bro, I watched a lot of stuff, bro, growing up.
You was forced?
I was a lot of stuff because I was the youngest in the household of everybody. So when you the youngest, you ain't got no say so.
Y'all on TV?
Did y'all have one TV?
Question. No, we have multiple TVs.
All right, then. So why would you ask?
Because you said you were forced to watch things, and I was like, you.
All right, we had Direct TV. Direct TV, you paid per. Why am I going this deep?
Oh, I got you.
And so
I feel you.
I had a TV in my room and I played my video game. But if I want to go watch something on Direct, I had to go to the main.
And somebody was already watching stuff, so you had no choice but to watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to be in my room. Kept up in my room all day playing either with my wrestling man or playing a video game. Sometimes you need something versatility.
Yeah.
God dang.
Oh man.
But that reminded me of that, and just think of the residue that's coming.
Okay.
He in the intestines, girl.
I already heard.
You want to see it? Look at.
Oh no, I didn't.
It's gonna be an elephant.
Look at.
What's that flying out?
The zoo suspect, best believe
Diarrhea?
a big cat might be your downfall. But also remember, if it does happen, it'll probably be your fault or your coworkers. Now, if you work at
the other big cat.
He really is. It do look like he's trying to help them, ain't it?
But also remember, if it does happen, it'll probably be
hold
your
on.
fault or your coworkers.
Hold on. They
now,
just trying to help
you.
you.
Long enough, eventually some animal's gonna escape, whether it's a minor inconvenience like a bunch of meerkats or a code red dead to rights and murk on site like a chimpanzee. It's gonna happen, and the best reaction is pro-action. So some zoos do escaped animal drills, but instead of actual animals, yeah. One Japanese zoo will have workers cosplaying as an animal taking a cue from Madagascar and breaking out. Thank God, because I'm not even going to tell you what I thought this was. What the hell? But it's a pretty harmless way to remind everyone what to do when an animal gets out. That being said, this would be a tragic time to not be sober at the zoo. But what animal's the most likely to escape? In my non-professional online opinion, there's two. If you want to test how good a spot is at keeping the animal in, you should probably hire the man of the forest or the orangutan. Fu Manchu was an orang that nearly got an entire staff fired because there was a solid week where they would show up to work and the entire orangutan posse would be posted up outside. About a week was how long it took for them to realize that Fu had snagged a wire, hid it in his mouth most of the day, and used it to pick his enclosure lock when no one was looking.
Smart.
And Ken Allen was a hairy hoodie.
Ain't they one of like the smartest, or is the chimp? I know the orangutans
Let's just
and
say
the
they
chimps.
both up there.
Yeah, but I wonder which one's the smart. Somebody will come in there.
Yeah,
He has gone over there before. I feel like, but I can't remember. It's just so much.
So much
Dean, who
information.
got out so many times that the zoo had to hire rock climbers to find every possible point of exit because they didn't know how he got out, and Ken for sure wasn't about to tell him. And what did he do with all this freedom? Well, when he wasn't wandering the zoo looking at animals like everyone else, he was pelting rocks at another orang named Otis, because even a 95% vegetarian can make room for beef. The other animal's the red panda. Do your homework on how hard it is to keep this red-faced raccoon in. A quick Google search will tell you that a red panda escape has made the news at least once in 1978, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, and you know what? Probably more. My favorite was red panda Rusty slipping out the Smithsonian and walking the streets of Washington, D.C. completely unbothered. So yeah, if your job's keeping a ninja panda or a Cheeto-flavored gorilla in check, you're gonna have a bad time. But some animals are a great time to work with, and it's often not the ones you'd expect. Rhinos are legally blind trauma tanks that'll buck up to a butterfly. In a zoo, it's a 2-ton Labrador with the personality of a lapdog. And they put the zoo in zoomies. Turkey vultures are unironically like precocious toddlers that'll follow their favorite keeper around and play games with them. And cheetahs might just be the most people-proof predator of them all. In fact, almost too much for their own good. Cheetahs get treated like the doormat of the savannah, and their life doesn't become a cakewalk in captivity. Oftentimes, the overgrown house cat is too anxious to even think about making more cheetahs. So, some cheetahs get emotional support dogs. So the dogs are assigned to the cheetahs as cubs, and the idea is they become a bonded pair, with the cheetah seeing Fido as a role model to mirror and take social cues from. It's literal emotional support, because if the introvert cat sees that the dog isn't stressed or pressed, it allows them to chill out, or at least enough to motivate them to multiply without a calculator. And to make it even more wholesome, a lot of zoos like the one in San Diego will use dogs rescued from kill shelters. Definitely one of the top 5 animal friendships. And it's not even the only one in San Diego. This is Zari the zebra, also from the San Diego Zoo, and this is her best friend Sophia. You see, Zari doesn't just live there, she's one of the ambassadors for the zoo, spreading smiles and awareness. But I'm also guessing you can't really have your ambassador around other zebras, cause let's just say that might not be the best influence. Here comes Sophia, a miniature Mediterranean donkey and Zari's roommate and best friend. To say they're inseparable would be a massive understatement. And while I can't exactly tell you who's influencing who, just know Zari and Sophia give any cheetah dog duo a run for their money. Now, speaking of role models, have you seen this video of a panda struggling to break bamboo? Well, that's Meng, and he's not struggling. The story goes, he was hand-raised by humans his entire life, and while a 250-pound bear might have no problem snapping sticks, a weaker human will. So apparently years of watching his surrogates get humbled by a bamboo somehow taught him that that face is necessary to break it. You can even find videos where he breaks it, starts eating, realizes he forgot to struggle just to grimace and continue. Pandas are a lot of things, and apparently Good at Simon Says is one of them. They're also by far the most expensive animal you'll see in a zoo. Any American zoo that wants a panda will have to pay a small annual leasing fee of up to $1 million, along with $600,000 for every cub born there.
That's the reason why it's very hard to find them. I know Memphis Zoo used to have one.
Yeah, they
had panda, and I think they end up sending them back. Yeah. But it costs so much to have it. But it was because everybody, like, right before they sent them out, everybody, I gotta go to the zoo. I got to go.
Also, it was a big thing.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
The millions to build their enclosures and the thousands spent feeding them, and the black and white bamboo bear is about 5 times more expensive than second place. And that's literally the biggest thing alive with legs. And best believe they know it. You might never meet a more high maintenance mammal. In 2014, the Chengdu research base set up a live stream so viewers could watch expecting mother, these names are killing me, Ai Hin, bring another panda into the world. It was then canceled after it was discovered she had faked her pregnancy. Somehow the same animal that got its brain nerfed by nature figured out that if they can play pregnant even after the hormones wear off, they can finesse preferential treatment. And they're not wrong, any future mother pandas are moved to a single with AC, they get round-the-clock care and more fruits and bamboo. Quite frankly, I don't blame the bears for working smarter. But it gets even crazier. Did you know pandas can be bougie? Mei Lun and Mei Hun were two pandas born and raised in the Atlanta Zoo, but were sent back to China in 2013. The only problem? They refused to eat any traditional Chinese meals, only American. They were not rocking with the Wawatao. They wanted biscuits and cookies. And pandas aren't even the only ones to pull some stuff like this. Japan's Akone-en was used to feeding their residents aji, or Japanese horse mackerel. But thanks to inflation, they decided to cut costs by switching to a cheaper alternative, saba. And wouldn't you know, the penguin with king in its name was not about to eat like a peasant, since them and the otters refused to substitute. You see, that's the part of zookeeping they don't tell you. All that time spent preparing fish, slaving away while the stench of your profession dents your social life, just for an uppity tuxedo chicken to choose hunger strike. Man, you know they don't get paid enough for that. Literally, the only compromise was mixing the cheap fish with the aji. As you can see, some animals are way more high maintenance than others, but some are too difficult to even exist in zoos. Think about it. Think of all the zoos you've ever been to and try to see if you can come up with any notable absences.
I haven't been to a zoo in so long.
I've only been
I heard
to
the
Memphis
zoo. Yeah, I heard the zoo up here trash.
Oh.
I heard people here would travel back to Memphis to go to the zoo because they prefer that zoo over this one.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind going to the zoo. It's just hot. The zoo is very hot because it's open. You know what I'm saying? It's like ain't no covering and stuff like that, so it's more exposed. That's what most people complain about with the zoo is that it's so hot because you walking the whole time and it just exposures, you know.
Yeah.
But I haven't been
That's
to the
nice,
zoo
but-
since I was a kid, bro. It's been too long.
I haven't been since. I think the last time I went was maybe 7th grade. 7th grade.
I probably was younger than that. That's
That's
crazy.
the last time I went was 7th grade.
I probably was like a little bitty, you know what I'm saying, adolescent.
Okay, time's up. When's the last time you saw a moose in a zoo? For a lot
Never.
of y'all, including me,
Never.
probably never. You've probably seen bison, bears, bobcats, cougars. Y'all know I could speak on wolves, but no moose. Why? Moose have specific diets, they're built like a tank and of course eat like one, and really you can do everything right. They can still pass tense in a few years. And apparently feeding an antler warrior that can't even survive a president's term is a bad investment. So are leopard seals. You'll likely never see the Alp of Happy Feet in the zoo. Narwhals could literally die of social anxiety, so they're out. Tarsiers sometimes seppuku themselves in captivity, so that's a no-go. And they say dietary restrictions are why proboscis monkeys are rare in zoos. I call bull shark. It's definitely because schnazi might be the most inappropriate animal to take your kids to see. And yes, my head's here for a reason. I'm not about to catch an age restriction over an overexposure.
Oh yeah, they will expose themselves. A lot of monkeys, but they be hard. Yeah,
Lipstick dispenser. Or they could just use fake animals, cause it's not like that hasn't happened before. In 1987, a zoo in China was exposed for painting a sun bear and presenting it as a panda. That's a sun bear, by the way. In 2018, a zoo in Cairo did the same, except they had a donkey and zebra face. 2013, and we're back in China, except this controversy was about their resident African lion. There's a lion. Did y'all even try? But by far, my favorite counterfeit creature story is...
These dogs are advertised as panda dogs. They're just dogs, okay? According to Chinese state media, the zoo confirmed it dyed the dog's fur to look like pandas to fill in the blank of not having actual pandas.
You know, if I took time out of my day and spent my hard-earned money to go see a panda and got this, I'd probably go and spend more. Man, they got pandas from Temu.
They cute, though.
They are
So obviously
precious.
people are usually happy to see animals at zoos, but you ever wonder how the animals feel? Well, someone did, and a study from Nottingham Trent and Harper Adams University studied over 250 animals in zoos to see how their behaviors changed around human company. Using hours of observation and research, they found that the animal most excited to see people at zoos, and I really hope this is true, were elephants. Elephants showed the most positive reactions to large groups of people, becoming more active, more playful, and overall seeming to have a better time when humans were around. The other people-happy animals included cheetahs, jaguars, penguins, grizzly bears, polar bears, a cow called a batang, servals, and black-tailed prairie dogs. And on the other side, the animals that seemed to like human company the least were hedgehogs, ostriches, marsupials like kangaroos, ungulates like giraffes and antelopes, and probably most random of all, the tuatara. They have 3 eyes and apparently none of them want to see us. As for the rest, the vast majority of animals had no reaction. The study does raise an interesting question, and that's how the pandemic affected zoo animals. Believe it or not, some animals actually started to miss people. The worldwide panoramic left elephants confused and disappointed, birds like kias and cockatoos missed the attention, and you even had apes like chimps actively looking for missing visitors. And while the shutdown gave us gems like penguins exploring empty aquariums, or a sea lion getting introduced to a tegu, by far the best story to come out was what happened in a Japanese aquarium. You see, the eels in Tokyo Sumida Aquarium were used to people, but the pandemonium turned them back people shy, and those same eels would now hide in the sand whenever a worker or someone would walk past. The problem is, that made it almost impossible to check up on them and keep them healthy. The solution was the aquarium asked people to FaceTime their eels to refamiliarize them with people, like some exposure therapy. There was a legitimate time where you could have gone on a date with an antisocial eel, and the worldwide Panera brought a lot of bad, but this was definitely a bright spot. But now, zoos are back open, so here's some hacks to get the most out of your experience. Animals are going to be most active on cooler, cloudier days, and they usually peak as soon as the doors open. Also, you're going to want to aim for a random weekday, since the less crowded, the better. Try it. If you can be there the next overcast 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, I swear you'll see a different zoo. And if you're a cat person, you might want to wear some Calvin Klein. No, seriously, the Klein is a favorite for cats of all kinds, from cheetahs to cougars, from lions to leopards. In fact, researchers have caught wild jaguars on camera by dousing the trap in obsession for men. So next time you're at the zoo and end up in big cat country, go ahead and spritz some of the Klein and see what happens. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I imagine I'm gonna get a couple comments disappointing me for not blasting zoos for 15 minutes, that I can't possibly care about animals if I still go to them. Here's my take. I've always said that zoos are capable of a lot of good and a lot of bad, but a lot of them are an invaluable resource for conservation and awareness. And while I agree, there are some species that are just not built for zoos.
Sure.
The majority of them are there because they literally would be worse off in the wild. Przewalski's horse was basically halfway down the grave, but it was the work of zoos that helped bring them back from the brink. Same thing with the California condor, and about a dozen more. And spare a thought for zookeepers are overworked, underpaid, usually overqualified, and like I said, the smell isn't just something they leave at the office. Not all zoos are created equal, and it's at best lazy, and at worst almost dangerous to put them all in the same boat. But I'ma stop yapping, drink water, hug your mother, support your local zoo, just make sure it's accredited. Matter of fact, give a zookeeper a hug, who knows how much they need it. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Bro, that does make me want to go to the zoo though.
Does it?
Yeah. For sure.
used to like going
And
to
the
the zoo.
aquarium. I never been to the aquarium. I know the closest one, but I
Yeah.
never been to the aquarium. Like my mom didn't have with my niece and with my nephew. They used to take him.
Okay.
But I know Atlanta. I think they said the Atlanta aquarium is cool, and I know Chattanooga has aquarium. I can't remember. I have heard people say,
Yeah.
but I can't remember how
seen
people.
someone talking about it, and they said that one was better than the other.
One of those two, because Chattanooga and Atlanta ain't that far from each other. But I think one is better than the other, and I cannot
I can't
remember.
remember which one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, man. Y'all spend most up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts for us about it in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is.
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We out.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me.